Back to the Moncton Regionals here. We're with Eric. He got, what'd you get today?
7th place.
At the Moncton Regionals. Congratulations. Any shout outs you want to give?
I want to give shout outs to all my friends back in Brampton. Christian Weaver, who owns Atlantic Card Games, that's my locals, and Matt Van Hoovel from Brampton. I bought this entire deck off of him 2 months ago, and I haven't lost a local since. Feels
Crazy.
good, man. I play 3 Petal because why would you not play 3 Stratos? We play 3 Princess because this card is ignorant. You tribute, like, this deck's best matchup is Tier, and you just tribute all their stuff for cost, and you don't care. Then you have Primula because free summons. You have Mudan, who gets you your field spell, which is your best card. You have Snowdrop because she manipulates ranks and she's a free summon. Then you have D's Nuts. Don't read Sunseed backwards, you're welcome. It's a vanilla second best card in the deck. Then we have Garnet. This is glued to your hand every game. Trust me, I hate it. Then we have a 4th copy of every plant in our deck. Then we play Ash. We side this out because we don't like hand looping ourselves. We tried playing 3 Gamma and 1 Driver. I activated Gamma once this entire day, and I hate the card. I'd rather play going second card.
Would you cut it for? What would you cut it for?
I'd probably cut it for like back row removal or just board clears, like just main evenly like an animal.
That's fair.
Then you have 3 Con. I've seen some people put this down to 2, and I think they're crazy because you can activate this card as many times as you want during your turn, and you contribute once for each copy. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd. Then you have Rhoda for 2. This card's absurd. And then you have 3 Unexpected Cry on the inside because this always gets Ash. Then you have the other Garnet that I always draw. I'm thinking about playing a second one just because of that. You have 3 Dark Ruler because sometimes it's really good against Sprite. 1 Called By because this card is as ignorant as I am. 1 for 1 because not normal summoning is great. Imperm is amazing because it's Imperm. And then Ricochet. This card blows out Sprite. It steals Kaleido Heart, or it steals Kit Kalos, and then they just say, oh, well, shucks.
Card's crazy.
And then we have the extra deck, which is just more generic plant stuff. We have 3 Dryas, and then it's just a really good card. It searches your entire plant engine. You don't have to use your normal for it. Then we have Lotion. It just wins you games in time because you summon it pointing to Dryas. You get life. You also I run 2 because I don't want to run Thrasher because it has literally never come up where I needed a beater as a link 1. And then I run 1 Jasmine because I've never needed the second one. And this card's really good with 2 Healer because you end up being 86 instead of 83. And you get to add any plant and then you contribute for any plant. Then we have Melius, just summons the vanilla back and lets you make this. And
That's
then
crazy.
You have Plan B version 2, which is Dance Peony. We don't play Baguska because we're xenophobic in this deck. You always call 3 because you always want to try and hit 2 plants. 2 Strenna. This card is really, really good. It gives you an extra interruption on your opponent's turn. Every time I get even lead, I always keep this over anything else because Princess is engrave, and it just gets me to any of my other higher ranked plants. Teardrop is really good if I have to sheet before I use Princess and I have to tribute my Strenna, because then I can still use Princess because Princess requires you have a Rikka on the field. Then we have Sacred Tree Beast Hyperton.
It's pretty much a Rikka.
Yeah, it's just an Omni-negate, but most of the time it's a monster negate. If it lasts for long enough, then the card's really funny. And then we have a card that I like just calling out stupid card names every time I summon it. Because once per turn, you can declare a card name, mill the top card or excavate the top card. If it's the card name you called, you add it to your hand. If it's wrong, you just send it to graveyard, and then you can detach 1 if a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard. And you can make your opponent top deck a really bad card every turn. And then we have Omegle. I'd rather run Black Strip of Corn because it's a rank 4 plant, and Gamma sucks. Don't at me. And then the sideboard is 3 crow because there's some people at my locals who are animals and they main or they side deck devastation virus just for me, and it makes me really sad when I send my entire hand. We have 1 harpies and 3 lightning storm because back row kills this deck. We have 2 cosmic cyclones because back row kills this deck. And then we have 3 evenly because back row kills this deck. It's also one of the best blowout cards in the format because people are like, oh, I'll make a new board now if you dark ruler them. And we just have this so we can be ignorant against tier.
Well, congratulations. Is there anything you would change in this deck other than those gammas?
I'm thinking about upping, like just maining more spell and tap removal because people are starting to just play more spell and taps that actually do stuff because that's what kills this deck more than anything else. So you just need to deck build around it, I guess, right?
Well, great deck. Congratulations on your top 8, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Yeah, have a good one.